Hello and welcome back to the new questions. Let's start today's class with the first question, and this question is based on, I can say, time speed distance. So let's start this question now. And this timer is set. Okay, please continue with this question. All right, so let's solve this question. Every day, a person walks at constant speed of v1 for 30 minutes. On a particular day, after walking for 10 minutes at v1, he rested for 5 minutes. He finished the remaining distance of his regular walk at a speed of v2 in another 30 minutes. On that day, find the ratio of v2 and average speed. And in average speed, you have to take the resting time also. So we can say the original distance is he is walking at v1 and for 30 minutes he is walking. So the original distance is 30 v1. Right? On that particular day, he walks for 10 minutes at v1. So for 10 minutes he is walking, means he will cover 10 v1. So the rest of the distance has to be covered by him, which is 20 v1. He took 5 minutes rest, okay, and he covered the remaining distance at the speed of v2 in 30 minutes. Means this 20 v1 is equal to 30 v2. In 30 minutes, he is covering at the speed of v2. Find the ratio of v2 and his average speed. So what is the average speed we have? We can calculate. So the average speed is what? Average speed is equal to total distance divided by total time. The total distance in this question was 30 v1. Now what is the total time taken? So in this part of journey, he has taken 10 minutes. I can say the distance is 10 v1 and he is walking at the speed of v1. So the time is 10 minutes. Now in this part of journey, we have to consider 5 minutes also. It is given in the question. Now the next part of the journey, in this part of journey, the distance we have to find. So I can say the distance is 20 v1, but it is covered in how many minutes? We have to find the time. So I have to divide this 20 v1 by the speed, which is v2. The distance is 20 v1 for this particular case, and this journey is done at the speed of v2. So time we have to calculate, distance divided by speed I have done. And we know this relation also. 1:1 is the correct answer. So 30 V1 divided by 15 plus. Now there is a relation. What is the ratio of V1 upon V2? I can say V1 upon V2 is 3:2. So 20 into 3:2. So this is 10, 30. This is 45. So 45 is like 2 by 3 V1. So this is the average speed in terms of V1. We have to find the ratio of V2 and the average speed. So the final answer would be V2 with respect to average speed. Average speed is 2 by 3 V1. And we know the relation between V2 and V1. And the relation was like this: 20 V1 equals to 30 V2. So V1 upon V2 is V2 upon V1 is 2 by 3. So that's 2 by 3 V1 over 2 by 3 V1. So the answer is 1:1. So that's our answer for this question. It's a free flow question. Yeah. Moving to the next question. This question I'll give you for homework. Yeah, try this one. A cone of radius 4 cm with a slant height of 12 was sliced horizontally, resulting into a smaller cone, upper portion, and a frustum is a lower portion. If the ratio of CSA of the upper and the frustum is 1:2, what is the slant height? Okay, let me start this question. You can please continue with your solution. So in this question, there is a cone with the radius of 4 and a slant height of 12. So I can easily find the height. The height would be how much? You can apply the Pythagoras. I can say it is 4 into 3. It is 4 into 1. So applying the Pythagoras over 3 and 1, I can say it is 4 root 8. Okay, you can apply the Pythagoras theorem. Now, when it has been cut horizontally like this. It has been cut. So there will be a smaller cone at this particular part. So the radius, it is like a similar triangle for us. We are quite familiar with this thing. So if this height is some, let's suppose x root 8. Okay, this height is x root 8. Then this radius is x. I have used the similar triangle concepts. This is the relation between the radius and the height. So the same relation will be set up for the above cone. Okay. Now, similarly, I can find this slant height. I can use the again Pythagoras. It would be 3x. Same, it is same thing. Just x is replaced by 4 for a bigger cone, and x is the radius for the smaller cone. Okay. Now, we have this case. This is a smaller cone. X and 3x, x root 8. Then we have a frustum with the height, we have to subtract the height. The radius is x. This radius is 4. And the slant height is there. So how much is the slant height for this frustum? So slant height would be what? Total minus 3x, right? This is the slant height for this frustum. So we have to just find we are given the curved surface area of upper part and smaller part. So what is the curved surface area of cone? Which is pi r l. So pi, what is the radius? X, and the slant height of cone is 3x. Similarly, the curved surface area of frustum, which is calculated like pi, we have to add the radiuses, both the radiuses of the frustum, x and 4. Pi r l, and l is what? The slant height of the frustum, this one. So this ratio is given to us as 1:2. I can clearly see 3 will cancel out when I take the common. Pi is getting cancelled out. I am having 2x square, and there I am having 16 minus x square. When I take 3 common, I will get 4 minus x there. Okay. So it is a plus b and a minus b identity. I am getting x value equal to 16 by 3. X equal to 4 by root 3. So that's my x value. So what is slant height? Slant height equals to 12 minus 3x. 12 minus 3x. And this is the x value. That will give me 12 minus 4 root 3. So that's our answer for this question. I hope this is clear. Any doubt, let me know. You have some doubt, like if you have solved something different, you can also discuss that. Is it clear? Okay, try this question. Yes, so let's start this question. It takes 2 liters to paint the surface of a solid sphere. So there is a solid sphere with the radius of r. We can say to paint its surface, the area is 4 pi r square. For 4 pi r square, the volume taken is 2 liters. Now it has been cut into 4 identical parts. So how much would be the paint required? So if it is cut in 4 identical parts, imagine it would be something like this. This first part, let's say it has been cut into 2 equal parts first of all. So if I cut it in 2 equal parts, I will get a 2 semicircles. I'll get 2 semicircles. Correct? So this is 2 pi r square, like half of the solid sphere. This is 2 pi r square. And then additional, I'm having these two portions also. So this is having total of 2 pi r square again. Each circle pi r square, so there are 2 circles. So it is 6 pi r square in total. If I cut it into one more part, it will generate one more 2 pi r square on one cut. There is a 2 pi r square addition. On 2 cuts, there will be a 4 pi r square addition. Something like this. Something like this. And same on the opposite side. Okay. So in total, we have 8 pi r square finally. So for 8 pi r square, we require 4 liters. So the 4 is liter is the answer. Basically, whenever you do a one cut, there will be 2 additional surfaces. For 2 cuts, there will be 4 additional surfaces. So in total, we have 4 pi r square is already there. 4 pi r square is added because of 2 cuts. So total are 8 pi r square. So 4 liter required for that. Okay. Try one more question. Yes, 600 is the correct answer. So here, and if you are attending the regular classes, you can say that this same question, the same concept has been repeated. We have done the same type of question earlier also. So there is a lighthouse and a boat is situated at the north with respect to lighthouse. So this is the distance between them. Now I am making its side view. Side view would be something like this. This is a tower. This is a lighthouse. That's the lighthouse. And this is the boat making an angle of 30 degree. The height of lighthouse is 300 feet. So I can find the distance between boat and the foot of the lighthouse, which is this distance that I'm talking about. This distance. This is the distance between the boat and the lighthouse. So I can apply the trigonometry. It is what? 1030. That is 300 root 3. So this distance is 300 root 3. Similar situation is for the another boat, which is at the east. So this is the distance between between the boat and the foot of the lighthouse. But in this particular case, the boat is making 45 degree with the lighthouse. So this length is again 300 meters. It is 1045, which is 1. So this is 300. So we have to just find this particular length, apply the trigonometry, apply the Pythagoras theorem. It will be 300 into 2. Applying it over 300 and root 3 and 1. So this will give me 600. So a straightforward question. Right. Acha. Okay. So see this. So what is the learning here? Like questions can be repeated from, it can be taken from anywhere. Okay. You should have told me earlier. We should have skipped this thing. Okay, moving to the next question. Yeah, try this one. Okay, so let me start. A girl travels along a straight line from point A to B at a constant speed of v1. From point A to B at a constant speed of v1 for t seconds. Next, she travels from B to C and there is an angle of 105. So she walks at 105 degree from B to C at a speed of v2 for another t seconds. So basically the distance is given v1t and v2t. So these are the distances. Now, if CA makes an angle of 30 with BC, if CA, so I'm extending it, and CA makes an angle of 30 degree. So this angle is 45. How much time will she take to travel back from point C to A at speed of v2? So she is coming back at the speed of v2. So how much is that particular time we have to find? Okay, so let's start this one. So in this particular case, I can see there is a 45 and 30. I will draw a perpendicular and apply the trigonometry. Okay, so drawing a perpendicular from this point. Let's suppose this is D. I can apply the Pythagoras theorem to find this distance in this particular triangle. And I will apply cos 30 because base I have to find and hypotenuse is given to you. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this distance must be root 3 by 2 of v2t. So when I divide this base by hypotenuse, I will get cos 30. Right? Similarly, I will apply the trigo in this part. And here I am applying again cos 45. This is 90. Cos 45 is base over hypotenuse. This is v1 by root 2, v1t by root 2. So these are the distances. So the total distance is how much? The total distance can be said it is, I am just rationalizing this root 2. It will be v1t root 2 plus v2t root 3 divided by 2. So this is the total distance. I have rationalized this part. So the time taken is how much? I have to divide it by v2. To find the time, I will divide this distance by v2. So when I divide by v2, yeah, I have to set up a relation to eliminate this v1, v2, and I can say this bd is common for both of them. So when I find this bd value, it would be v1t by root 2 because it's an isosceles triangle, and the same bd can be found from this triangle, which can be found with the help of sine 30, and that would be v2t by 2. So these values are equal. So this is root 2. So v2 equals to v1 root 2. So this is a relation between them, and let's just plug it here. So the time is what? Substituting the value of v2. Basically, I have to divide by v2. So when I divide this thing by v2, I'm getting taking t common. And root 3. So that's t by 2. And v1 by v2 is how much? v1 by v2 is 1 by root 2. That's 1 plus root 3. Right? So it is 0.5 t 1 plus root 3. So that is our answer for this question. Option number C. Is it clear? Yeah, all the questions based on geometry, mostly we have done. Are all of them clear? Moving to the next. Yeah, try this one. It's a great question based on unit digit. X and Y are the digits at the unit place. X is not equal to Y. The digits at the unit place of the numbers this and that are the same. Possible values of X plus Y. So when we have to consider only the unit digit, we do not have to focus on the rest of the part. It is X raised to the power 63 and Y raised to the power 85. And these digits, unit digit values means when you solve this thing, the value, the net result is same. It is not like X equal to Y. It is like unit digit. Whenever you do this complete X raised to the power 63, whatever the result, that result is equal to Y raised to the power 85. Okay. So apply the fundamentals. Like we know that there is one which repeats whatever the power of 1, it will remain 1, like the cyclicity. So 1, 5, 6 and 0 has the cyclicity of 1. They repeats on every power basically. Then there is a 9 and 4 which repeats after every 2 cycles. Like 4 square is 16, 9 square is 81, and then it repeats. Then we have the rest of the numbers 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 6, 7 and 8, which repeats after every 4 cycles. So you can say that everything is repeating after 4 cycles. After 4 cycles, everything repeats, right? It is the LCM of 1, 2 and 4. After 4 cycles, everything repeats. So I do not know about X and Y, but I'm sure that each power has to be divided by 4. Each power has to be divided by 4. So when I divide this 63 by 4, I'm getting 12. Like it is something 4x. The remainder is 3. Similarly, when I divide this 85 by 4, I'm getting some 4y. The remainder is 1. Because every power has to be repeated after 4 times. B. Shubham is saying B. Yeah, B is the correct answer, Shubham. Very good. So basically what I have to do, I have to just compare x cube with y raised to the power 1. This must be equal. Because the repetition part, the 4x can be balanced. This is the remainder that has to be equal. So when I plug x equal to 1, 1 cube, and so what can be the possible value for y? Now 1 cube equals to 1, right? If I plug x equal to 1, 1 cube equals to 1. So what can be the y value such that the result would be same? So y is also 1 in this case. This is the only possibility for y. X plus y from here is what? 2. But it is given in the question that x is not equal to y. Means this case is not valid for me. So this is not valid according to the question given to us. So if I plug x equal to 2, this is giving me 2 cube, which is 8. Now I can take y equal to 8 here, such that 8 raised to the power 1 is also 8, making the result equal to one another. The result, the unit digit is the result after respective powers. This is same, and this is validating x is not equal to y, because x is 2 and y is 8 here. So the sum of these two numbers is 10. So 10 is the most favorable. We have to check more cases. Let's suppose x equal to 3. Then 3 cube will be equal to 27 and 7 is there. It is a unit digit. So which number should I take here so that the unit digit, when I take the power of 1, the answer is 7 itself. So I have to take 7 only. So in this particular case also it is validating. But how much is x plus y? X plus y is again 10. So if you check the rest of the cases also, you will get the 10 as the answer. 3 and 7 is there, 2 and 8 is there. Then if you check 7, 7 is to the power 3, it is 3. And then you will take x7 and y3 is also possible. X7 and y equal to 3. And I can say x equal to 8. 8 cube is 512. And then y equals to 2. This is also possible. So all these 4 possibilities are there. This will give you 10 as the final answer. You can check, let's suppose you have checked 4. So if you're plugging x equal to 4, then 4 cube would be 64. The result is 4. In that particular case, y has to be 4, but it is contradicting the initial criteria that x cannot be equal to y. So this is not possible. So whatever is following this condition, the final result is always giving us 10. Is it clear? Find it interesting? Moving to the next question. This is an easy question. You can do this one. Let's skip this one. Okay. Basically, most of the questions have been completed in the previous class. So giving you some good question now. This is fine. Okay, 201 DS question. Let's do this one. Okay, try this one. Okay, so let's start this one. A group of 6 friends notice that sum of their ages is square of a prime number. What is the average age of the group? All the members are between 50 and 85. So the sum of all of them will be in between. There are 6 members. So the condition is, if let's suppose all of them are of 50 years, then this is the and if all of them are of 85 years, then this is the condition on their net sum, which is in between 300 and it is 6530, 3 carry, 648, 510. Yeah. Now we are given that the sum of their ages is square of a prime number. So which number is satisfying such that it is square of a prime number? So 17 square is 289, 19 square is 361. So the sum of all of them must be 361. And the next number is 23. 23 square is 529, which is not in this range. So this is the only possibility. So first is sufficient for the answer. The standard deviation is 4.6. Okay, we have to find the average. So we know the sum, we can find the average. The standard deviation is given. The standard deviation will give you about the how much is the deviation with respect to mean. You are not able to find the mean value. Standard deviation is like if the observations are given to you, there is some mean, you find the deviation from each of them, you do the square of it, you do the addition, you take the average, let's say 6, and then you do the square root. So this is standard deviation 4.6. So how can you find this x value from here? You can do the square, you can cross multiply, but you are not able to find the x value, right? So this is not possible to find the average age. So this is sufficient, that is not. आया समझ? x का वैल्यू नहीं निकाल पाएंगे इस इक्वेशन से. फाइन, ठीक है, ओके. Easy question. Try this as your homework, or if you have to skip, you can skip this one. Already done. And try this also as the homework. Okay. And all the rest of the questions we have already covered. This is an easy question, and it's also an easy question. Out of these two questions, if I have to pick one question, okay, let's do this one. Try this one. They both are easy. You just have to see them, understand the question well. Let's try it out. Oof. So there is a pattern, a mathematical series. So if I find the series, I can say there is a gap of 8 minutes. There is a gap of 8 minutes, gap of 13 minutes, 21 minutes, 15 and 19, 34 minutes. And it is how much? 41, 55 minutes. So the pattern is like addition of these two numbers is there. Addition of these two numbers is there. Addition of these two numbers is there. So there is a drawback in this particular case. The 8 must be there. This 8 must be there, then it is 21. But something has to be changed in this particular region. So if I try the options, 153. So if I take 153, means 153 is like here before 155. So I can say there is a gap of 2, then there will be a gap of 8, then there will be a gap of 8, and then 13. But it is not verifying, it is not doing the same pattern which has to be done. It should be 10 in this case. So this is not the option. If I take 158, then it would be somewhat here. Then there would be 2 is to 2, 3. The gap of 3 minutes, the gap of 5 minutes, then there will be a gap of 8 minutes, then there will be a gap of 13 minutes. So this is satisfying this given pattern. 5 plus 8 is 13, 8 plus 13 is 21, and it keep on repeating. So this must be the time according to the question. Yeah, Fibonacci series, correct. So it's like a reasoning question. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is the last question, and you can try this question as the homework. Do not do it. It is just, you can do it as the homework. So that's it for today, I guess. This is sufficient. And we have covered 2018 finally. Hurrah. And tomorrow we'll do 2019 PYQ. And if needed, we'll do the same routine for Monday and Tuesday also. Okay. So thanks for being there. Any doubt, let me know.